Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. We were discussing in the previous classes about the school development plan, and in particular we have discussed about the SWOT analysis while we are planning for the school. That is the strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. That analysis we used to do before the planning for the school. And state policies we have already seen in our discussion. That is what are the state policy of Odisha government for school development plan, that we have seen. Then today in this discussion we will see the actors and their role in the preparation of SDP, that is the school development plan. So do you have any idea about the actors? Who are the actors here? Anybody? Are you getting me?
So teachers, planners,
Teachers, planners,
administrators.
administrators, they are the actors here. Okay. Any other? Anybody? Nobody is replying. Okay. So when we talk about the actors in the school administration and development and school preparing a school development plan, the actor here is meant by the person, the stakeholders who are involved in the administration and management of a school, together with other stakeholders also, those who enables the functioning of a school. So better to say that whenever we are talking about the actors in school development plan, all the stakeholders who are involved in the functioning of a school. And since we are talking about the all the stakeholder, so obviously even student will come, even parents will come, teachers will come, principal will come, principal will be a part of the administrators, okay, and even the school development management committee will come because they are also part of the management part of the school, okay. All the stakeholders, even the representative of the teachers, and better to say the staff, because the teaching and non-teaching staff it will include, because they are a part and partial of the functioning of a school. Without them school cannot function. It is a difficult to function the school if anybody of them will start working. Suppose that non-teaching staff, that is the supporting staff, is not appropriate, or they are not supporting, they are not helping in the functioning of a school, it will be a difficult. Suppose that parents are not supportive, then again it will be a difficult. Even students are not supportive, then again it will be difficult. So all the stakeholders who are involved in the functioning of a school, they are the actors here. They constitute the actors when we talk about the school development plan. And while preparing a school development plan, their role needs to be recognized, needs to get the appropriate place. Otherwise it is the development plan that we are going to make, it won't work much. It will be difficult. So here when we talk about the school development plan, so here we used to talk about the two major things. The one thing is that the infrastructural part, another thing is the management part. So these two parts come into the consideration when we start talking about the school development plan. We have to think about the infrastructure also, that whether the appropriate infrastructure, whether the sufficient infrastructure, whether the quality infrastructures are available or not. Quantity and quality both are the matter of concern now. For sake of example, lot of time I have emphasized here. Suppose that we have a laboratory, means not laboratory, laboratory means the toiletry functions, washrooms and toilets we have, but they are not functioning, or the appropriate sanitation is not there, cleanliness is not there, clean water is not there, or safe drinking water is not there. Water is available, drinking water is available, but not a safe drinking water. Suppose that in the some of the school they used to install hand pump with a bore well. So by that they are making available the drinking water, but it may be possible that the quality of a water may not be safe to drink. Either the iron content or other impurities, or sometime due to the overuse of a fertilizer and pesticide in that area, their content is more than the safe level of the ppm content of those things. Or sometime when you will go to the Jharkhand, the area like Jadugoda in Jharkhand, which is which have uranium mines, so it is contaminated with the radiation. Okay, so like that the things may be there. So we used to talk about the quantity and a quality also. Suppose that it is applicable in all the areas. Sometime it may be possible that there are sufficient number of a bench and desks, but the height of a bench and desk is not appropriate, because when we see, especially at a school level, they require bench and desks of different heights, because for the smaller junior classes, 1-2 classes, they need with little bit low height. In the higher classes like 9 and 10, they require bench and desks with a higher height. Even they are finishing, sometimes like that it is there. So we used to talk about the infrastructure as we and within that we used to talk quality and quantity part both about the infrastructure. And the second thing comes the management, and a school requires a different kind of a management to be integrated for a proper functioning of a system. For sake of example, one kind of a management may be the management of a timetable. It is a separate task, because there are a lot of teachers are there, lot of class sections are there, subjects are there. So preparing a timetable is again a very difficult task. You don't think that it is a very easy task, because I used to take care the timetable aspect of our department, and I find that till now we have 2 sections only, that is the B.Ed 1 class and the one class is M.Ed, and we have a limited faculty also, the limited classes also. Everything is very much limited in respect to when we talk about the schools. It's a very difficult to manage. Sometime it will overlap, sometime it will be consecutive, So we have to see that all the faculty should get a equal first class. We cannot give some faculty all the classes in the morning, all the classes in the afternoon, like that. And the distribution of the classes also, that like that, the pedagogy class, it cannot be all the pedagogy in the morning, all the pedagogy in the afternoon, like that. So the distribution, sometimes it depends upon the nature of a subject also, like that. The science and mathematics, the research says that it should be taught in the first half of the class, means before the lunch. After the lunch, if it will be taught, student won't take much interest in the learning science and mathematics. So there are various things that needs to be taken care. So just I have given a simple example of a timetable management. Even the management part includes a lot of a thing: library management, co-curricular activities management, management of the human resources, management of the physical resources, management of the financial resources, like kind of a lot of a thing is required on the part of a management. So when we talk about the school development plan, these two things needs to be taken care, and these things we used to see and used to manage. We used to make a plan for the management of these two things, like that. When we talk about the infrastructure, PPT is visible to you, na?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like that, when we talk about the infrastructure, it comes a building, campus, playground, classroom, lab, laboratory, library, office, laboratory, canteen, and this is the list continues to a long. It is not an exhaustive list, it is just a sample list. So these things needs to be managed. The development plan needs to take care all those things. Even when we talk about the management part, some of the things I have discussed just right up now. It was not an exhaustive list. Even whatever I have mentioned, it's not an exhaustive list. It is a sum of the sample I have put here, because when we will start preparing the exhaustive list of a management and even the infrastructure, it will go on, I think, 3 or 4 slides. So just for sake of making you understand that what are the different component that needs to be managed, that needs to be taken care while we are preparing a school development plan. Like that, the management part, we can understand the students, parents, faculty, administration, cooperation and coordination. Cooperation and coordination here means that the different coordination between the different stakeholders, because if there is no proper coordination among the different and between different stakeholders, then it will be difficult. Suppose that, for sake of example, I am telling the coordination between the parent teacher association, coordination between the administrative part of the school, coordination between the representatives of the students, coordination to the representatives of the faculty and the non-teaching supporting staff, even the coordination between the society. If it is not a proper coordination is there, then it will be difficult to manage and administer the educational institute. So our school development plan must include these aspects, because a proper coordination is required. Proper coordination here, in one word you can understand, the proper coordination between the different stakeholders, those who are the contributing factor in the management and administration of the schools. So, and the administration part and the faculty part, even when we talk about the faculty, it have a various sub aspect, like the recruitment, professional development, training, in-service training, and the salary, remuneration, work culture, work environment, assignment of the duty, like that. So many of the things are there that we will be seeing in the coming slides. So, as in the beginning of this discussion, I was telling, when we talk about the actors and their role in the preparation of the school development plan, actors here are the stakeholders, and stakeholder will include all: the student, parent, faculty, administration, like that. So one by one we will see that what are the different actors they are involved in the school development plan, and what are their expectation and what are their role. Because when we talk about the school development plan, we have to recognize the both the things. One the thing is that in which way they will contribute the school, and that needs to be recognized for the school development, and in which way they should be recognized, means what should be done for them. So you can understand the two things, that suppose that we are talking about the student, so how the student will support in the management school support in the administration and the management part of the school, and the administration and the management what they do for the betterment of the student, because both should work in a coordination. The student should also help and the administration should also support them. Okay, so these two aspects we will see when we will be discussing the each of the actor, like a student, parents, teachers, administration, like that. Each of the actor, when we will see, we will focus our discussion on these two aspects. But before that, I will like to take here one a small break for the question answer session. If you have any question or any doubt or anything regarding the discussion we had up to here, you may ask now. Any question or a doubt? Nothing. Okay, I got the message. Okay, thank you for confirming. So here as I was saying just right now, that we will see, we will start from the student. Student is one of the important actor. Even when we talk about the actors, all the actors are the important, but in my opinion, the student have a prime position among all the actors, because when we talk about the organization of an educational institute, it is for the society and it is for the students. It is for the betterment of the student. Whatever the policies we are making, it is for the betterment of the educational environment in the institution, which will in turn help the student. Obviously, it must be focused towards the betterment of the other stakeholders also, like teachers also. I am not trying to deny that, but ultimately it must be focused towards the betterment of the student, because the motto of the education institute is to educate the students. So here we have to, when we are planning for the school development plan, we have to plan for the admission. What will be the admission criteria, how the admission process will happen. Okay, what will be the different deadlines, cut-off date for the admission process. What will be the fees everything. And obviously when we talk about the school education, nowadays the admission is being done by the lottery method only. Earlier we were having the test and all those things, but as the RTE Act has come into the force, now all those things has been demotivated, deprioritized, and the admission must be on the lottery basis. So we cannot think that some student is an inferior or a superior kind of a thing. Okay, so at a school level I am talking, not at a higher level I am talking. Higher is in the higher education level, we have sometime from the career mark, sometime by the written test, sometime by the combination of a written test and a career mark, like that. So we have to decide the admission policy, we have to decide the code of conduct, that what are the rights of a student, how they will enjoy the rights. For doing any work, what will be the model rules and regulations, because even what will be the uniform, dress code, like that. The code of conduct comes like that. Then the annual plan, that what will be the annual plan of the activities, when will be the cultural fest, when will be the sport fest, annual sport day, like that. For the different activity, it may be ranging from the literary activity, cultural activity, sport activity, so many things are there. So we have to prepare an annual plan. Timetable also, that what will be the timetable for taking classes, like that. What will be the frequency when the monthly test will be taken, to understand the difficulty and the progress of a student, so that at appropriate time the initiative can be taken out. I think you better understand these words, term examination, monthly test, like that. I don't think that I have to elaborate more. Even the monthly performance report based upon their performance in the monthly test and a term examination, so that their problem will be addressed on the time and their strength will be also addressed, taken care on time. So these things are required to be taken care when we are thinking of preparing a school development plan. So these were for the students, and this was also for the student, from the student and for the student also. For the student means these are the for the betterment of the student, and student are supposed to obey this. Suppose that the code of conduct, the annual plan, the timetable, monthly test, term examination, and the performance report. So they are also supposed to participate in that, and the planning must be based upon that focus area. Again I am telling, this is not whatever the list of plan I will be quoting here and after, don't think that it is the exhaustive list. These are the some of the important list. It is not exhaustive, because there are a lot of work in the educational institutions when we talk. Then now we can talk about the parents. For the parents there should be a orientation program. Usually we used to have a orientation program in a school, so that when the session, new academic session will start. I remember when I was in a school, so there was a 2 times orientation program, means at every 6 months, and there was a parents meet after declaration of examination, each examination. So we had a 3 examination in a year, 2 term in our time summative and a formative kind of a thing was not there. So at the end of every 4 months we had one examination. Okay, so in the 12 month 3 examinations. So when the result was being declared, that time we had a parents meeting. Okay, so the orientation program is that what is the plan of the school for the whole academic year, what are the activities will be there, how you can support the student for the learning, like that, and how you can communicate, like that, for the problems the students are facing. So there must be a orientation program. This is the betterment for the parents, so that they will be familiar with the process of a school, the activities that will be carried out throughout the academic year, and what are the plan. So this is the orientation must be there. Then now the role of a parents is that they should verify the homework diary on a regular interval on a daily basis. They should participate in the teacher parent meeting, participate in the school activities. Suppose that the meeting is there, they should go, they should talk to the teachers constructively, they should try to understand about their children. When the cultural activity or the sport activities are there, they should go to encourage their children, like that. So these are their role, and while we are preparing a school development plan, we must think that how the parent will be involved in the process of schooling. What could be the modality, what will be the frequency of calling them, like that. I remember when I was in school, that time we had a 6-day school in a week, like that. The 7 days are there. So Monday to Friday we had classes, and on Saturday usually in school we used to have half day classes. But in my school what it was that there was no classes on a Saturday, and teacher, they were visiting to the student's house to understand, to meet with her parents, like that, and to make a strong bond. So this type of activity may be thought of. Now when we talk about the teacher, then it will start from the recruitment and a service rule. What will be the recruitment policy and a service policy for the teachers, and then to help the teacher, because here we have to talk only not on from the administrative part but also from the teacher's part. So from the administrative part we have to make a plan, we have to make a outline about the recruitment policy, service rule, how many teachers are required, like kind of a thing. But from the teachers part, to support the teachers, the training activities, the in-service training activities, professional development activities, workshops, like kind of a thing, talk, then assignment of a subject and a class as per their specialization, means the which subject they used to teach. We cannot assign the subject and a classes at random, we cannot. So there should be a meeting, and their concern should be taken, and as per the concern the timetable needs to be prepared. Their participation in the different committee, how they will their participation will be ensured. In the management committee, their representatives will participate, but like that we have a committee related to the sport, game and sport, a cultural activity, literary activity, and so many kind of a thing. So how their representation will be ensured in the different committee as per their area of specialization. Suppose that I am very much interested in game and sport, so I should not be included in the literary activity, like that. And the lesson planning, the teacher's diary, like that, the lesson planning you used to have when you will be in the job and you will have experience. So the detailed lesson plan is not required to be prepared, rather than we used to maintain a teacher's diary, and then the monthly progress report, performance report, and the professional development activities that I have just talked about. Then this is the very important part, that is the administration. Here when we will talk about the administration, it will cover both the things. One thing is that the administration and a management from the school part, and the another one is that the school management and development committee, representation of parents, teachers, supporting staff, society, and this kind of a thing. So in the administration we have to take care the day-to-day affairs. What will be the plan for the day-to-day affairs? Day-to-day affairs means it comes like a morning assembly. What will be the timetable, prayers, and a structure of a morning assembly? Because there should be, I think when you will be you were in the internship, you must have observed that the each school have a different structure of a morning assembly. You must have observed. So what will be the structure, what will be the frequency of a game and sport, what will be the frequency of a literary activities, and that kind of a thing. So day-to-day affairs, that is. Then the record keeping related to the different stakeholders like teachers, supporting staff, even the students, and so on. Related to the finance, that from where finance will come, how much money is required in that particular financial year, and what will be the sources of income, what will be the percentage of a saving, like kind of a thing. And a policy level decision making on some of the aspect. If some disputes comes or for the betterment of the educational institutes, that the policy level decision. So these are the role of different actors when we talk about the preparation of a school development plan. Okay, so I think now we can come for the discussion and question answer session and the doubt clearance session. Yes, any question or anything? No question? Okay. Acha, one question is there from Chitra. Okay, so I will be responding that question, and if you have any question, so that you can send in the chat box in the meantime. Okay, so Chitra is asking, sir, how student play an active role in the development plan? See, not only the student, but when we talk about the functioning of any educational institutes, so all the stakeholders must play an active role, because if there will be one-sided role or a passive role, then it will be not better for the development of the institution, any institution, even other than the educational institutions also. So particularly in particular when we talk about the students and their active participation in the developmental process, the one side process is that administrators and management of the school must take initiatives and a step for the betterment of the student, their teaching learning environment, the facilities, and other things. On the part of a student, by ensuring the actively participating in the different functions, different activities in the teaching learning process, and participating in the question answer, debate and discussion, and sometime if there is a student and a management meeting, so expressing their views. By doing all those things, they can help the management for preparing a better development plan. For sake of example, I am telling, suppose that a student is facing some sort of a problem. It may be related to the library, it may be related to the laboratory, or it may be related to the ICT gadgets, or availability of teachers, or availability of the infrastructure. So when the student and a management meeting is happening, and when they will give a constructive feedback, I am not telling that always a complaining type of feedback, it should be a constructive feedback when they will give, and then management and administrator will also recognize that okay, these type of things are very much essential for having a better learning and educational opportunity in the school. So by that they have given their feedback, they have given their concern, and the management will also think about including those things, fulfilling those things when they will be making a development plan. Like that, the student have given a concern that there is a lack of books in the library. So when they will make a development plan, so they will allocate a sufficient financial resource for purchasing the books. So by that they have student have supported. Okay, so by that they can support in the development plan. Okay, then the next question is from the Asutosh, that sir, is government be an actor because it involves in the administration? See, when I have talked about the administration and management, I think you must have seen in the last slide I have shown the administration and the management. Here I have told all the stakeholders, those who are involved in the management. For sake of a government school, government is the one of the actor obviously, or sometime their representatives, like that when we talk about the Kendriya Vidyalaya or the Navodaya Vidyalaya, the Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, they used to play a role. Okay, and when if it is privately managed, like that when you will say the DAV school, so they have a DAV school and college management committee, something like that at Delhi. So they have, even at a local regional committee they also have. So all the stakeholders, those who are involved in the management and administration of education institutes, are the actor. Even the parent teacher association, school development and management committee, all are the actors in the management part, and they are required. Suppose that in the management part I have told you, if, again I can share the slide also. 1 minute, I will share the slide so you can see it once again. I think it may be visible to you that the administration, local administration, they used to see the day-to-day affair, then the record keeping, and the finance. Finance is not a matter of the local administration, means the principal or a headmaster, like that. They alone cannot take care the financial need. Alone they cannot take. Or the decision making, they alone cannot take the decision. So at that time, who will be the higher authority in the management, or in consultation with the parent teacher association, like that. So it should be there. Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
Asutosh,
Thank you,
it is clear. Chitra, is it okay to you whatever I have told you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So any question apart from that, or shall we stop this class here? I think now we can stop this class here, and those who are for the mathematics pedagogy, you please
Thank you,
join
sir.
at
Thank you, sir.
11
Thank you, sir.
o'clock. Okay. Thank you for being with me in this session. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.